Hello everyone. Today, I'm gonna be showing you what I think is the most optimal and time-efficient method for grinding experience using story missions. I'm not sure if anyone else has already shown this, or if people just knew this from Thestart, but I decided to make a video about it anyway. Before I show you though, we have to understand what story missions are, and how they work. Basically, story missions are missions that are available to all players at any level. They have 3 stages, the first 2 of which consist of 3 normal mobs each, with the last stage being mostly the same as the first 2. The only difference being that there is also a boss mob. Now about the way they function, here's a few things that we have to consider in order to come up with a way of farming that is most efficient for us. First, story missions always spawn mobs in the same area. The locations are not random like the other missions, but for some missions the stages can be a little further apart from each other. Second, the level of the normal mobs is determined by the level of the player that is accepting the quest, just like green scroll missions. Third, the boss at the last stage has the same health that it'd have if it was a regular orange scroll mission. And fourth, all story missions give you the same amount of experience upon completion. So, taking all these things into account, it turns out we need a mission which has its stages close to each other, has a low-level boss. And we need that mission to be getting accepted by a player whose level is lower than that of the one who's killing the mobs. And the perfect mission for this is the one that I'm going to show you right now. So what you're gonna need to do is go into the Obelisk Village, and then follow where I go. Once you are at this end of the bridge, just take the quest. Now the best way to do this is by making a squad, and having a lower level out just sit here, and accept the quest every time you complete it, or if you have a friend whose level is lower than yours, they can do that too. Using a private server is also recommended, but it's not required for the proper functionality of this method. It's just optional so you don't get bothered while doing it in a public server. The job of the person killing the mobs is to just stay in the area where the mobs spawn, and complete the mission each time it's accepted. Since this boss uses Ash-style moves, which lock him in place while he's casting them, that opens a window for free damage each time he uses a jutsu, and you stay out of its range. I think this mission is the best for grinding, because it should take you the shortest amount of time to complete it. Now keep in mind, I'm only talking about the most efficient way to level up using story missions here. I'm not sure if this is the best way to get experience overall. There could be better methods of leveling that don't involve story missions. But this video is just about these quests in general. And now you may be asking yourself, why should I trust this guy? Well, I'm glad you asked. I think a good way to defend all the statements I made is to say that I did the required mathematical equations using different theorems and calculation methods. In short, I checked the Shindo Life Wiki to find out which story boss has the lowest amount of HP.